Married at 14, pregnant at 15, widowed by 20.
Walker's words attracted many people. She mentioned how many women couldn't find decent work due to their appearance. They often worked in fields or washed clothes for the wealthy to earn a small income. Walker said she was willing to offer free hair care to help them change their image.
I tell you what, you come by my salon, I'll do you half for free.
You got yourself a deal.
Her method was effective, and the customers at her new salon kept increasing. The booming business led to a surge in demand for her hair growth cream. Walker decided to create a production line, but her husband opposed the idea.
We just now making a profit. Can we just enjoy it?
She stuck to her plan and found an unlikely lawyer as a consultant. Together, they founded Madam Walker's Hair Company. Her business grew rapidly, and everything seemed to be going well. Then she learned her competitor, Eddie, had moved to the city and opened a bigger salon. Eddie attracted many of her customers and even tried to lure them publicly at gatherings. Walker felt a huge pressure. She didn't want to lose, so she decided to fight back. She publicly announced a price cut for the hair growth cream with a buy one get one free offer. The first 5 customers each day would get free hair care. Her strategy worked, and the shop became crowded with customers. This made them very busy, and the heavy load caused an explosion in the boiler that produced the cream. Her workshop was destroyed by fire. Looking at her lost efforts, Walker regretted being influenced by Eddie. At that moment, Eddie came to steal her customers.
I just came to offer my services free of charge to all of your clients.
You ain't coming up here stealing my customers.
Oh, I would never steal.
You had your foot on my throat for years.
Faced with Eddie's gloating, Walker decided to open a factory. She would compete with Eddie using the advantage of scale.
You really think you can compete with me? But you'll fail soon enough. When you do, I got a hamper full of dirty laundry with your name on it.
This woman lost her marriage due to hair loss. Eddie helped her grow her hair back with a hair growth cream. Sarah wanted to sell Eddie's product, but Eddie thought Sarah was too unattractive to sell his hair growth cream. So Sarah made her own hair growth cream and successfully created a better one. Her business was thriving. Sarah's family moved to Indiana to expand, and when they opened their shop, despite being well prepared, no one showed up. Sarah had to pass the time by reading books. Soon, the family was running out of money for food. Sarah worked hard every day handing out flyers, but because they were new in town, no one trusted her. One day, when Sarah stood in the square and said her product could improve lives, people started to gather around. Sarah began sharing how she was treated unfairly because of her hair and appearance. Walker's speech resonated with the crowd, and her product started to sell well. The shop business gradually improved. However, Eddie opened a shop in Indiana too, stealing many customers. To keep customers, Walker offered a buy one get one free deal. But during production, her son-in-law's smoking caused a fire in the warehouse. Watching her burning house, she felt hopeless. But when she turned around, she saw Eddie standing there.
You look like a mangy dog.
Baby, wait, don't go. Please.
The crying woman Walker had just been beaten by her husband. Her hair loss caused her to lose her husband. Soon after, she invented a hair growth cream. Eventually, she became a millionaire and the first self-made female millionaire in U.S. history. A woman named Eddie came to sell the hair growth cream. Seeing Walker's sadness, Eddie told her that the cream could help her grow her hair back. Months later, Walker really grew thick hair. To thank Eddie, Walker recommended many clients to her. When she learned that Eddie's sales were poor, she wanted to use her own experience to promote the hair growth cream. But when she shared this idea with Eddie, she was mocked by Eddie. Eddie said that Walker's image was too unattractive. So Walker developed a new hair growth cream, which was even more effective and gentle. Walker's sister-in-law wrote to tell them that the Native American market had potential. Walker convinced her husband and the whole family to move to Indiana, and she spent all their savings to open a salon. The whole family put in a lot of effort, even printing flyers for the manager. On opening day, the family eagerly waited for customers to arrive, but when the door opened, it was empty.
Even in your Sunday best, you look like you just stepped off the plantation. These are my products, and I will not have the likes of you associated with them. Sorry for overstepping. Won't happen again.
This woman had just finished enjoying a free hair treatment. The next second, when no one was paying attention, she took 20 boxes of hair growth cream from the store. She went to the market, and the 20 boxes of hair growth cream sold out quickly. However, she later returned the money to the store manager, wanting to prove her sales skills. But when the store manager heard this, he was very angry and expressed his discrimination. Not long after, Sarah developed her own hair growth cream. She used her daughter as a test subject, and after several improvements, she finally achieved the desired results. Even running her business from home, Sarah had many customers coming every day. One day, Annie found Sarah feeling both envious and curious. She noticed the different smell of the hair growth cream and sarcastically said, "If it fails, you can go work at the laundry shop." However, Sarah's business continued to thrive. Many people heard about it and started placing orders. Although most of the customers were fellow Black people, the 3 million potential customers were enough for her to stop working at the laundry. To avoid competition, Sarah decided to move, but unexpectedly, on the day of the move, her daughter gave her a shock. Her daughter didn't give any notice and moved in with her husband instead. No one knew this would bring disaster to her family. A woman was cleaning glass shards with a mop when she cut her hand while wringing it out. She got an idea. She sketched a design for a retractable mop. She welded the mop handle herself, wrapped cotton thread around it, and secured it in place. The retractable mop was complete. When Joy sought investment for mass production, her sister opposed her. The investor asked Joy a question. "If there's a gun in the room, and only one of you and your business competitor can survive, would you pick up the gun?"
That's a very strange question.
This is money. Do you pick up the gun?
I pick up the gun.
After checking, the investor found a similar patent. Joy would need to pay the patent attorney a fee to avoid infringement claims. The attorney also had a factory that could supply parts at the lowest price. They argued. Soon, the angry officer found the billboard company and demanded the identity of the person who placed the ad. But the owner refused to disclose the information, citing privacy concerns. However, the answer was easy to guess. Unable to suppress his anger, Dixon, who greatly respected Sheriff Willoughby, stormed out to confront the billboard owner. Luckily, Sheriff Willoughby arrived just in time to stop him, but they didn't know that Mill's plan had only just begun.
Nobody pay it. I'm gonna fight it out with this guy.
She didn't just criticize the police department on the billboards, she also brought in the press to escalate the situation. Her desperate actions made the whole town aware of the case. Yet, Mill had very few supporters. Most people supported Sheriff Willoughby, who had always been highly respected in the town, making Mill the town's public enemy. But, in her pursuit of the true killer who hurt her daughter, what did it matter if she had to fight the whole world?
You can ring it without getting your hands dirty.
Self-ringing, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's just amazing. You really don't have to touch it. Look at that. You know.
Not making any money singing. Get in your car right now. and go get your job.
You're trying to turn me to someone I'm not.
I can't do this, Tony. I am losing my mind.
I wanna end up like my family.
How hard can a woman's life be? Joy's mother is healthy, but does nothing. The yogurt on the carpet is moldy, but she won't clean it. Her father was dumped by his new girlfriend and returned home, but the house was already full, so he had to stay in the basement. Even though they've been divorced for 2 years, she still lets her ex-husband live in the basement, and she's the only one covering all the household expenses. To make matters worse, her company demoted her. Joy's life is suffocating, and she can't escape even in her dreams. In the end, she decides to kick her ex-husband and father out. Her hard-earned dream of starting a business is shattered. Returning home, she finds a disconnection notice on the door. Her son has a fever, and her daughter starts coughing. Just when she's about to lose all hope, her ex-husband shows up and offers to introduce her to a friend in retail.